There we go. That's better. Live messages. Yep. So far, so good. Well then, can everybody start showing up at once? Now I get it. Slow morning. Well, it's been a kind of chaotic 12 hours, 15 hours. Whole ass blackout here till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So we had to stay with mom. So we had to spend the night at, so we got to camp over at grandma's and go to school this morning. So Chandler and I had to have a sleepover. My phone was charged. We had alarms. I was able to cook. Like I couldn't do any of that stuff. Hey, what's up? Yeah, everything was off. What's going on? Yeah, it was from about 2:45, 3 p.m. until roughly 2 a.m. to where the whole city was. If you check TikTok, you'll see like how it was pitch fucking black. The entire city, with the exception of people driving cars. Yeah, we had a good morning. We had something about a substation power line, a main electrical line caught fire for like the main source. So that's good news. But I realized something was off when, like, okay, check this out. This is what's so funny. I have like timing for when it comes to power outages. Morning. So I'll tell you the story first. A couple years ago, Kyle is like, I don't mean like afraid of the dark. Kyle does not like dark that he didn't control or turn off, in a sense, like if he doesn't have anything prepared. So one day, about 4 years ago, me and him are downstairs in the basement, or we're in the garage, right? It's storming, so we're out there watching the storm. But he closed the garage because it was coming in. So that's key because the door's closed. I'm like, shit, I forgot something out in my car. I'm gonna run up, grab my shoes, and get it. So we're just smoking weed. I go upstairs. So he's down there by himself. I opened the front door, and the second I went to put my foot, hit the pavement, pew! I was like, what did I do? I was like, my superpowers. Like, because it was like the second, like it was just like everything was out. And all I heard was, we heard Kyle down, so like, fuck. So he's trying to like, see if it's down there in the pitch black garage. Like, stoned out of his mind. Like, and it just, pew. I'm good, how are you? So, that being said, last night or yesterday, I'm getting ready because I'm going to go pick up Chandler, right? I leave the house around 3 o'clock. So I'm like, it's like 2:30. Let me go get a shower quick. So I turn off my overhead fan in my room so I'm not cold, but my blinds were kind of open as well. So I didn't have a light on because it was bright so I could see. That's key. Had to be. I go in and take said shower. I get out. I put my robe on. I grab my stuff. In between me turning off the light and getting to the bedroom, like all this stuff, it had to have gone out. Because I didn't see anything go off because everything was off and I turned it off. So I'm laying in the bed because I have a few minutes, because I'm like, I'm just kind of letting my towel dry me off. So I'm kind of scrolling through my phone. Didn't even notice like the Wi-Fi was off. I go downstairs because I'm dressed, getting ready to leave, and Dev was just kind of standing in the kitchen like, power's out. I was like, oh, because I tried turning on my overhead light in my closet. I'm like, did the fucking bulb burn out? That's weird. Whatever. So I'm like, that makes way more. But I had to have like as soon as the power went, because like I did not notice like as far as like my shower, anything. I'm like, how do I always do this when it comes to power? But hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, favorite reactor. Well, thank you for being here. But so no, we ended up having to stay with mom and Mike. So grandma and grandpa last night. Um, and it was just like I said, sleepover. I ended up going. So I figured out what I couldn't figure out what I was remembering to do. It was edit the video for today. I had no power, so I wasn't here. So there's no drop today. And then when I got to Kyle's, I didn't think about it because I was recording. I forgot that I had the video because where we recorded the song. I could have edited it there. I got no time. By the time I got here this morning, unpacked stuff, kind of made coffee, set stuff up. It was time. Like I feel bad just because like I didn't get a chance to really hang. Like Becca was in town yesterday because she was in town seeing her aunt and friend going to lunch. So she was like 10 minutes away. So she came to hang out. I didn't really get to hang out with her. I didn't really do a whole lot with Chandler. Like I was that one kind of small inconvenience of the power being out threw off a domino effect for me in so many ways. I was on the go yesterday from 3, like, because I thought, well, I'll take the morning. I'll kind of do, and I'll do things later. 3 p.m. until 1:30, I was, because I had to rearrange everything I was doing the entire day. Trying to make sure I go through Chandler's sight words, read her a couple books, make sure I check her folder. Then she needs a bath. Well, she still needs to eat. Didn't have anything. I was supposed to go to the grocery store because we didn't have food. So I had to go to 3 different places because everything was out here in Wadsworth. So I had to go into not Wadsworth. And I had to make sure I packed all that stuff up. Then I had to make sure I grabbed all the stuff when I came back here to go record. And then I had to make sure that Chandler had stuff for her for school in the morning to change into. Then fuck me, I forgot her lunchbox. Like it was until my head hit the pillow. Like, I still gotta send the. Oh yeah. Yeah, damn. Yeah, Lori. He's 56 pounds. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I'm like, well, I kind of putzed around in the morning and like afternoon. I was like, well, that's all right. I don't gotta record, and like I'm doing everything here. And that did not. Oh, Becca just sent bad omens. Tour dates. Right, and that's what it is, Laura. Like I have way too much going on for that kind of interruption, more than just a couple hours. When we're reading at 5:30 p.m., 8 hours plus. Man, that's not gonna cut it. And it wasn't even the fact of, oh my God, I can't go live, or I can go on my phone, whatever. It was, I can't cook anything for Chandler. She can't take a bath. Hopefully our phones stay charged, but what else are we going to do? Because phones are the only thing that have power. We can do something. So it was like, might wake up for school in the morning. There was a whole thing. So then we just had to shift everything. We'll bring out the guitars and sit play. Hell yeah, that's cool. First time in 20 years. It just run on 4 hours. I was like, I get you. Yeah. Like, hey, Karen, what's up? What is no, I was leaving yesterday to go pick up Chandler, and the one neighbor came out. She's like, "Do you guys have power?" Like, no. And so I think she was making sure like it wasn't just like her like a break, because I thought that too. I'm like, did we just blow a breaker? And because I was actually gonna text some neighbors around here too. What would you do if your fatality button stopped working? Right. Well, technically it did. Well, it was at Kyle's, but yeah. But no, it was actually really cool. Like I said, I kind of stopped over at the edge where I could kind of see where Wadsworth was from my hometown, and dude, it was scary because that was later. But I actually ended up coming when I came back to grab everything uh, to do like Welcome to Derry and stuff last night at the Rykerroad studio. It was around 6:30, and it was kind of like getting to that like dusk moment, right? It was like maybe like right before, maybe like right as, but that's when street lights and stuff start coming on. And I'm driving, and I could have taken the one shorter way, and I went, no, I want to go through town real quick. And I went through, and it wasn't dark yet, but with the lack of anybody's house lights, plus no street lights were coming on, which should have been at that time. It was weird. It was eerie. So when I decided I was going to Kyle's up around 9:30, I was like, well, let me hit this one spot at the outskirts where you can kind of like where you at several points of some spots on roads see the entire city for the most part, like a whole overview. And it was like it legit didn't exist. Like it legit wasn't there. Like you were just kind of borderline looking into a void. Twice there were spots where people weren't when I was driving. Now I didn't video even at that because it was so dangerous. Whether I had my brights on or not, if there were not any cars coming towards me, there was a moment 2 or 3 times on roads I know very well. It had this backrooms effect. I'm like, where's the stops? Like, this is not ending. No, I've not been watching the World Series. I have not. Oh, thank you. My setup's actually quite generic. So this is just like sound blankets. My buddy's been, he works a lot too, running his business, but he's got some material. We're gonna put up like some faux walls, some soundproofing and stuff. But I appreciate it. This is just a mock setup. Yeah, it was kind of like on some Last of Us shit when there was definitely spots, even like there was a one spot like on TikTok where I took kind of like right down the street from the center, the main center of town. The only reason I didn't do it at the main center was there were police cars there with their blue and white lights going to like show you the center of town basically. So I went down like a street to 2 streets down. It was like, here's pretty much the main center of town, but look, and I was doing a 360. Hey, morning. I was doing a 360, and when there was no cars, you couldn't. It was like I was just doing this in the pitch black the entire time, like just covering both all the lenses while it was still dark. It was probably one of the creepiest, coolest, interesting moments I've gotten to witness, like stand in. Have a good one. Hey, Joe. So, Joe, just to let you know, I went to college. Both Kyle and I went to college, different colleges, but so Joe, just to let you know, I just figured out what I couldn't figure. All the power going out and all that stuff. We didn't get it back. We had to stay at mom's, so I get Chandler to school and stuff. No video dropped today. I didn't get to edit, so like I was telling them, I got out of the shower, went to go pick up Chandler, and power went out. One of the main lines that is like for the city caught fire that like gets all of its power. So when I got out, We didn't have power from about 3 p.m. until like 2 in the morning here. Pretty with him in a simulation. Oh, you're fine. So it was just the next two drops were supposed to have Joe's commercial and stuff ran on it. It'll have to be tomorrow. But yeah, I saw you sent the picture. I just figured you were probably just sending it and probably getting to work. Oh, did you have to open this morning? If you're already heading in. I'm fucking tired. I know that. I feel bad. I feel bad because Amber messaged me. Kunzilla, if anybody sees the one mod that sometimes hops in here. She works kind of weird hours at a hotel. You start at 11. She messaged me yesterday or day before and was like, hey, I've got so-and-so days off, like the 30th or the 30th through the 2nd or something like that. She's like, I could drive down because she was supposed to be here for the Halloween party. She was supposed to be here this past weekend. I think like her schedule and like whatever, but anyways, I was like, hon, I would. I was like, I got 2 shows to go to. I'm picking up Chandler because her mom's having the surgery. Like I was like, dude, it is just not I wouldn't have time. Oh. It's going to change the landscape of the island forever. Holy shit, I did not know that, man. Definitely prayers for them. And good thoughts. Correct. And the thing is like I was saying, depending on the electricity, it wasn't even the fact of Chandler being like, well, that's okay. Because she was like, well, I don't care. And even I was like, yeah, it doesn't matter that like not having internet or whatever, right? I mean, I have a hotspot, whatever. But our phones are only going to last so long and we can't charge them. I mean, we could charge them in my Jeep, but that's like a fucking worst case scenario. But what I'm saying is that had nothing to even do with that. It was the microwave didn't work. The stove didn't work. Can't get anything in the fridge. You can't see anything. She couldn't take a bath or a shower. Like it really did put a damper on more than just, oh, we can't watch stuff and be entertained. Like had this been dead winter, we didn't have any heat, but like it was, I don't know, 48 degrees up until like 6 a.m. So what I'm getting is we wouldn't freeze to death, but we did hear what happened to yours. That's fucked up. Speaking of, I gotta send that apple butter. Ah, shit. Speaking of, I need to send me. I'll send you. I gotta have you send me your Venmo info, Becca, because I send you at least $100. I owe her for the ticket for Sleep Token, but that just reminded me. She was like, "Here, I was gonna send this out to Rage, his apple butter, but it's like $20." She was like, she's like, if you want to send it out, just take it off what you owe me. I was like, oh, that's fine. I was like, not a problem. Just she was saying like getting his like info and stuff like that. She's like, I thought that might be a little easier and less awkward for you to get than me. I'm like, oh, sure, I guess, but he wouldn't care. But like, I understand the concern on her end, but it was out until about 2 a.m. It's looking like, because Devin apparently stayed later at his friend's and they brought him home. It was like 2:15. He was texting Mike. I hit on my way home from Kyle's around 12:30, hit that one spot to kind of see what it looked like. And I did notice that because they said it was coming back on around midnight, but what they had to do was they had to slowly like drip feed power into it. So when I seen that there was like a couple of street lights on towards like our sheets on the way other end of town, but I think it was coming from the main like highway part, like to get sheets up and running, like the TA station kind of. Ooh, okay, Kyle. Speaking of Kyle, I let Joe know I realized what I was forgetting and couldn't figure out what was going on. I didn't edit. So no drop today. It'll have to be tomorrow, but I didn't have power here. And then by the time I thought about it and was in record mode at your place in the studio, I didn't think about it. And by the time I got home, got everything unloaded, got my coffee made, put everything up, and guess what? It was too late. I wasn't going to be able to edit. So I went, that was one of the things. So I just let him know. I was like, sorry, man, like your commercial won't be today. Oh, you're just gonna send her one? Yeah. Hey, Amber, what's up? Guys, I'm super stoked. I'm super stoked about speaking of Kyle being in here, just the podcast, the live podcast that we're doing. I need to go back and rewatch the live, like the episode, just to kind of see and hear, because Kyle was a little worried because he throws not a filter per se, but to give that little bit of a radio sound, he put something on after we record and was to put it up while we're doing it live. Acts of God are a hell of a thing, man. They really are. At work, oof. But it just, like I said, that domino effect. Hey, that domino effect threw a lot of things off yesterday. He is here. It was needed. Sometimes it is, man. I get it. Yeah, I Prevail blocks us. It's not them, their label. It's the label. A lot of times when we say, like, we get blocked, but it's not them. It's usually a label. Yeah, so we do it live, the podcast now. It's actually really cool. I'm used to being on live. Kyle is used to being on lives. I stream a lot more than he does. So again, there was this little bit more, I think, comfortability slightly on my end. But at the same time, we were both nervous. It was completely different. Oh. So that is, I didn't hear why. So they actually kicked him out, not he left because of him having like issues. Really? That I did not know, man. The hurricane is about 30 minutes. Oof. Yeah, Kyle, Joe was just saying that Jamaica's about to get like the worst hurricane ever, that it's going to like change like the land shape and stuff. That's wild. He sings now. It's heavily processed. 185-mile-an-hour winds. Interesting. I wonder if, it sounds stupid, but like we had a couple of days ago, it was like 50, 60-mile-an-hour winds. I wonder if we're getting like tail ends of stuff, like, I don't know. Really, third worst in terms of pressure in the Atlantic. No shit, it's category 5. Oh man. Okay. I wonder what like after effects like we will get. Because I know a lot of times when we get any type of like hurricanes, things like that that hit like the Florida area and shit like that, we usually get some kind of aftermath. Obviously not anything near what they got, but What have I been jamming today? We jammed Sleep Token on the way to school, and I think it was just Sleep Token on the way to school, but then some Joyner Lucas on my way home. Nathan James? Oh, Nathan James. Okay. Never heard. So he goes under the veil. Oh, I thought you said he goes under the veil. Okay, Ghost under the veil. I went to the LaCordon Blue School. So I went to a private like chef school. So when I it was just like basic maths and stuff, but like classes I took. So I went for HRM, which was hotel restaurant, basically business management. Anyways, like I had to wear like my attire was a 3-piece suit. I had to shave. I had to take out all my piercings, like for class. But anyways, classes entailed with that, which was ironically enough like speech, math, and then we had like I forget like what the class was, but like for the one semester we learned all about lighting, like legit lighting, and what the difference is. Like even like this right now, like this is more of like quote probably a bar style setting, and it gets you to the effects it has on like you're making decisions. You spend more, you know, you do this, or you're tired, or this and that. So there was that, but like then we also took like mixology class. I didn't get into it, like teach you how like light the bar on fire and shit like that. We had to take certain things that everybody else had to learn as the quote management side, because think about it, if you're a manager of any type of thing, you have to know how to run every position. Inadvertently, I feel like I was always kind of like manager, because when I worked anywhere, I didn't want to just stay on, hey, Jeffrey, what's up, man? I didn't want to just stay on prep. I didn't want to just stay on salads and cold cuts or whatever it was. I didn't want to stay. So it was one of those like, I'm not, man, let me do like fucking burgers and steaks today, dude. Nah, let me just do the bread. But that actually turns around because you're more useful, number one, but that's like what managers have to do. So we did have a wine and spirits class where we had to taste test wine daily. I mean, just sips, but, you know, it was a class. Like we had to write essays and stuff on, you know, where different, vines and vineyards were and how things were done compared to different styles of wines and liquors and double barrels and all that. Like it was a lot. I didn't finish. Favorite meal to make? It's pretty simple, and I don't know why I always revert to this. Like it's one of them, a good pot roast, man. I know that is a very kind of set and forget, but there's something about finding either the correct kind of eyeball seasoning where it's not either too salty or not enough, or maybe like a new seasoning. Pot roast to me though, I very much have I guess basic bitch approach. I like mine with just kind of like that seasoned salt and garlic, and then let all of maybe some pepper, you know, but like letting all of the carrots, the potatoes, the onions, the meat, everything kind of the beef broth like work together. Dude, a good pot roast is so good. The mental battle is Schultz. That's so. I want to talk about what Schultz just talked about. You know, you worked for it for 12 years, and I can probably confidently say that even though it was hot in the kitchen, you know, but that he liked it, loved it probably per se. One day, something happened to him, and he went, "No thanks," because that's what happened to me. Mississippi pot roast? No. What's the difference? Like, is it like the vegetables or something that you put in? I don't, seriously, I don't know. Every once in a while, does anybody do this? They put like peas and broccoli and stuff with their pot roast, like with the vegetables. Is that what you're putting together? Nice. But anyways, I was gung-ho about being a chef. Actually, Becca and I were just talking about this the other day because me, her, and Dev were watching something on, like, I don't know, but we're talking about the Food Network. I was like, man, I like borderline remember when this became a thing. Like, I swear to God, Mom and I were like sitting in the living room and she flipped, I swear it was either channel 43 or 44. Yeah, broccoli. Is it the pot roast? What the fuck? Because I remember, was it pot roast? What the fuck did I put that with where it was, because everybody else was doing it too. Because I know carrots and stuff, but was it broccoli? Because I just remember it having that good, like, kind of crunch to it still. Not like like fresh, like you cut it yourself. You're doing shepherd's pie tonight. So one day, man, I worked at, maybe it was celery I'm thinking of. It's celery I'm thinking of, not broccoli. Thank you. Thank you. That's what it is. Fucking broccoli. But one day I just I wanted to, like I said, I wanted to be a chef, and I watched it as a young kid, and me and Mom, that's all we watched for probably 4 years. We'd watch the Food Network, Emeril Lagasse, Malta Mario, Iron Chef, all of these shows, and places people, Anthony Bourdain, all this stuff, and I went to college, and I wanted to, I would make my own homemade dressings and like all this shit, right? And one day, about 10, 12 years into it, I was working at an Applebee's in between school and stuff, and I just quit. I quit. Now you can argue that no, it's not a 5-star restaurant. I didn't get into like a fancy hotel or anything either, but I was sick of being in these chain restaurants that half-ass their food. When I legit watched them, my first 2 days, my second day is when I quit. When they were pulling out a drawer of steaks that were pre-grilled to throw in the microwave to serve you, I was done. I was done, man. I was like, I was like, we did that at Burger King after they were flame broiled and putting the thing. I was like, to just heat it up real quick to zap it. This is like a meal. This isn't a fast food. Yeah, I can guarantee you it's still the same. You go to any Applebee's, anything like that, they're heating your shit up in a microwave. I was done. It legit killed my passion. And dude, my cooking since then just suffered. I quit caring. Where like, I'll put some spice on, I'll saute, whatever. I don't give a fuck anymore. Like it just slowly fizzled the light. So I get it, dude. Ooh. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Lori. Taste of freezer. Probably was freezer burnt. See, my caliber is mediocre. I'm not saying I'm not Gordon Ramsay, but knew I could cook. I could cook pretty good, actually. you know, eyeball a lot of things other than baking, and or learn. No, man. I'm lucky if I get a decent chicken salad made. I'm serious. Like, it's edible. It's okay. Like, the average person would be like, yeah, it's pretty good. Yes. I don't care. Like, I don't like I do. It's getting back, but like I just didn't care. And it truly reflected. See, man, oh dude. Hell no. Hell no, dude. Like, make fresh for every month, already irritated. Already pissed off. Yeah, I was always in the kitchen. I was, you know, it. I would say probably about 25. Because I'm sorry, I wasn't in school. It was after school, but I was probably about 25, 23 or 25 years old when I just went, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to work in these environments. I don't want to do this in a kitchen. Hey, what's up? I don't want to be responsible because what's the point? Like, I wanted to make beef Wellington. I wanted to make, this is my own homemade onion soup on the menu or whatever at the fucking Hilton or some shit. I was trying, like, I wasn't working my way up. Like, I know you have to work, but god damn it, I've been doing this and went to school. Like, it is stressful, but I didn't mind it if I was going to do more. I could teach you to make what, that's what I'm saying. Like, I have to get back in that mindset. I know I can. I know I can. It's kind of one of those probably like people that haven't played guitar in 15 years, but when you're like, oh, hold on, let me get the pick, let me crack my fingers, and then they kind of get back into it. But it's just gotta find, like, my thing was I want to buy like one or two good saute pans, at least one good like uh pot, you know, just spend $200, and that way when I want to do like a rack of lamb or something, get a nice sear and try that, you know, just shit like that in the future. Yeah. And they wonder why it's not right. Yeah, they're microwaving shit. So it's, I don't know what they do now, but this was 20 years ago. I'm like, what? Hell no. You know, like, fuck. Megan, you want me to pay $12 for this dinner? No way, dude. I'll go home and not microwave a steak for 9. You know, I'll have to cook it for 12 minutes. It's a big steak. They used to sell their pans. I heard about that. 100% do not recommend reader call manager. I've never been to a Waffle House. IHOP, like, twice. I think there's both though, but I think there's one in Medina, I think. Hey, Tommy for 20, thank you. Have a good one. Thank you so much, man. Hopefully you have a good day. Whoa. What is it? Hazard dues? Thank you for first. Sorry, butchered that, but Jesus, 50. Thank you. Just call you dues. Does. Just showing some love. Australia loves you. Well, thank you so much. Man, just out of nowhere. I know, Spunky, like, hazard. My brain is working on like 4 hours As soon as I read that, I'm like, yeah. Hence the Elsa. It's not Elsa. That's just what I've taken to call her now. Hence the fire hydrant. It's not fire hydrant. That coffee's strong. I'm not even gonna lie. I had to make sure I was reading because I'm like, that's not her name. Hey, Jeff, what's up? We're doing. I was just telling them actually earlier this morning. We had pretty much an entire blackout for our city for like 12 hours, but been running around kind of. She said no thanks. Yes, sir. So like again, like I was running around all day yesterday, just getting stuff, trying to be normal, getting stuff ready for Chandler because we had to stay at mom's. You just see me trying to type it, yeah. But no, it was just one of those that threw off everything yesterday by just that little thing, threw everything off, and like recording and live and stuff for Chandler for lunch, and then couldn't cook, so then we had to go do this, and then what if she needed a shower? So like it was just one after the other, and I went to bed. She was good. I went to bed probably 1:30 is when I laid down. But then we had to be up at 7:30. So we were just kind of laying there. It was cute. This morning I got her up. She always tells me, she goes, Daddy, I like it when you wake me up and when you like rub my back and you say, Chandler. I was like, oh, you like that? She's like, yeah. So every morning, that's pretty much what I do. So we were laying there. I was like, hey, babe. I was like, we're actually closer to your school. Because she was like, all right, I'll get up. I said, do you want to lay back down for just a minute and snuggle? She's like, yeah. So she crawled back under and we snuggled for a minute. But she's excited because tonight we're going to go pick out stuff to get for her class to take for her birthday tomorrow. Tomorrow is her actual birthday. So, yeah, she likes that. But like last night she was tired. So we go upstairs and because I was trying to get to Kyle's around like 9:30-ish to start recording around 10 for Welcome to Dairy, right? So I'm up there and she's like, Dad, we rub my back. So I'm rubbing her back for a minute. And I saw her, like, I don't know if it was just her trying to, I try to be mom. I don't know if it was her trying to like hold it or if she was like falling asleep, but I saw her phone kind of like tipping over a couple of times. And I was like, here, I was like, all right, hon. I was like, I'll come back up in about, she's like, here, Dad, you can just take my phone. I'm getting tired. I was like, oh, okay. She loves her daddy. I hope so. What color it is? No, but I have had, I'm kind of one of those people that like the ADD thing where lightweight makes me kind of tired. I don't need it, I guess is the thing per se. But I did have one time where I drank a Starbucks, or it was like a Starbucks and like a Java Monster. Man, I got off the live. I will never forget. I was still living with Kyle. I got off the live. I was like, oh man, like I need to go like lay down. I was so jittery, but like I was not awake. I wanted to sleep and my stomach hurt. Not like, oh, coffee shits or anything. Like, no, like it was like upside down, like twisting in knots, hurt. I do more of just like a regular kind of roast. I don't care either way. Like I enjoy kind of all flavors of coffee, as long as I have at least a little bit of milk and or sugar, take some of that bitterness away. But oh, it's a shock for sure. I didn't sleep, but like I legit went and lay down in my bed for like 30 minutes that day where I was just kind of like, he's my best friend. Yeah. She's told me that before. But like, I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like, what's wrong? I'm like, it's gotta be, because I do it on an empty stomach. I don't eat really in the morning. Yeah. Then you probably have some form of like ADD or ADHD. Dark roast and nothing in it, huh? So you raw dog it. I just anything but decaf. I don't know. Like I said, that bitterness at the beginning. I think it's because I don't have a lot of times I don't like eat anything like a biscotti or anything like that. Biscotti? Yeah. Anyways, and what I'm getting at is that milk and or like I said, sugar, one or the other or a little bit of both takes that like edge off. I didn't actually. What was funny is I put everything in. I'm like, oh fuck, because I was putting the coffee back. I'm like, the fucking. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm kind of interested to see. I have one probably day left of my pumpkin creme brulee. Milk, yeah. Just need some sugar. That's what I'm saying. Like I could do black coffee even with like a good spoonful of sugar or sweet and low as a last resort. No, actually, Spunky guys brought us. Um, I didn't think they still made it. Depending on how old you are, do you remember when they made the super like powdered sugar fine spoon like instant cappuccino? Me and mom used to drink that when I was a kid. Like we would have like our like Monday Night Football or like something like that or whatever, right? And that's what we would have, like kind of an alternative to hot chocolate. She was like, "Hey, I brought this." She didn't say. I swear I didn't hear her say cappuccino at first. She's like English toffee. She's like for like coffee, and I'm like, oh. She's like, here, just if you don't mind, give me some back so I can take. She's like, you can have it. I'm like, okay. And I looked, and it was the cappuccino stuff, but it's English toffee. I was like, oh, I've never had this. Nespresso. That's what it was. Was it the small? Was it the smaller like can, like round can? Because that was the one we used to get. This one is kind of like in like a tin. She's like, I actually put it in my coffee as like a creamer. I'm like, oh, that's genius. So that's what she was asking if I'd try it. So I'm gonna try it. Got kidney stones. Yep. Yeah, the small skinny tin. Yeah. Yeah, there was like Swiss House and then the Nestle and stuff. Yeah, because we kept going, we're like, fuck, what was the names of them? Because she was like, I can see it. Like, but dude, it literally brought back memories of me being like Chandler's age, you know, but hanging out with mom or whatever, because like I said, I didn't think they made those anymore. To be fair, I wasn't looking for them. She always had that in her kitchen. I was say I know we would get that, and then grandma would have that too, but that and her Milano cookies in the bag. I always thought they were like super fancy and like what rich people got. That was me, but stealing at the ceiling in the bag. Yeah. Yeah, I would say stuff like you said, hot chocolate and stuff in the um, coffee and stuff. Yeah, a lot of cookies and caffeine. But she always got the it was the flat ones with the like mint chocolate flavor in the middle. And I always used to be like, these have to be like $100 cookies. I mean, they weren't exactly cheap even then, um, but they came in that like bag with the silver lining on the inside, and they came and they would sit in those like doily things. Ew, a lot of cookies, yum. Yeah. Next ghost hunt? Actually don't know. Yeah, that was like that mint chocolate. So as far Pepperidge Farm, that was another one. Yeah. Pepperidge Farm was, or wait, was Pepperidge Farm or was it the Milano that was the fancy packaging I'm talking about? Yeah, I do. We do ghost hunts and stuff now on the Detour. That's actually lightweight. How Becca, Sav, Emily, we all kind of like initially grouped and started like this kind of inadvertent pack of go-doers in a sense. Concerts, ghost hunting, shit like that, right? Ice-T, however, but no, so we went to the Reformatory, but so that is on Mansfield Reformatory, that is on the Detour, but doing things outside right now probably is going to take a halt. If we can do more inside things, Kyle and I actually, Milano is made by, okay, yeah, okay, but Kyle and I have talked about him and I just going back and filming, because as long as you pay the $1,500 fee, it doesn't matter how many people go. Normally what they do is just get 50 or up to 100 people, but it starts costing less. So anyways, but Kyle and I going by ourselves. Hey, what's up, man? Hopefully things are good for you. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear. I'm very sorry to hear. I get it. But in your own, rightfully so. Oh, some the Bailey's Coke. So I think they make I think Bailey's does make a non-alcoholic, don't they? Lori knows some. Yeah, fuck cancer. But yeah, glad you're back and trying to get back to somewhat normal. You know, it's never gonna go away, but hopefully each day gets a little easier for you. Bailey's espresso cream is what it says in the bottom. Okay. Okay, so you're talking, yeah. Jesus, Roy, you're the ant dial. Dude, it's in the air. Sorry to hear, man. Both of you. Roy, Josh, good thoughts and prayers sent to both of you. Oh, have a good one. Yeah, man. Well, we appreciate you guys being here. So just because, you guys appreciate the community, but it's because of all of you guys. We talk about this a lot. So broken record here, but wouldn't get to do the things I do or the things that you guys do or come together and stuff if it wasn't for you guys. So, you all having this tight community with one another when 97% of you have never seen each other in person, and interacted. And I think that's pretty cool. I have toyed with, because we're going to go back to my stepdad, Mike. His buddy Chris was from Australia. They play online, Call of Duty, shit like that, right? And he finally came through and was always busting Mike's balls about, you know, not having a PS5 yet and whatnot. So he got Mike a PS5. And then this is all coming in the fact of Kyle let him take the new Call of Duty because Kyle didn't really play it anymore. He's like, man, I got the new system, good controller, you know, all this stuff. He's like, Brad's probably gonna hop back on. He just got it. Chris, he's like, we're gonna get all. He's like, get the whole gang back. I'm like, man, you know, having that kind of like community is the same thing. They just sit there and talk and play games and let loose. We kind of do the same thing here. The community that you guys have built is the same as like when people are online playing video games with each other and they come in to see, like, he doesn't see him all the time, but he got to see him for the first time 2 months ago. Over half of you guys have never seen each other in person, but look at what you guys do for one another, for myself, you know, whether it is helping somebody financially, helping somebody on a prayer list, helping somebody just talk them off a ledge. Half the time it's not even me saying stuff. Somebody will get to a comment before I do when somebody's having a bad day, you know, because I'm here blabbing and finishing up whatever I'm saying, and somebody can be like, my mom just died, and they're already taking care of the person, you know, like before I even get a chance to read. Yeah, we're just regular born people. I mean, Jeff, it's like I said, I feel so bad for that one. That got the autograph. It was like this big. I just signed my initials, just me and them, like daily therapist. And the same goes for you guys, though. You guys are my daily therapy. It's of course, Amber. Like I said, look. It's weird, and I know this sounds where it's going to come off. I'm not much of a hugger. I'm not much of a like affectionate person in general. Obviously with my daughter, but I don't know. I think it's oddly enough. I think it's mostly family, and I don't know why. But like when Becca leaves, like she'll give everybody a hug, you know, or whatever. But you know, or shit like that, or like mom. Now, but when it comes to, ironically, strangers of the show, almost everybody, well, I should say females, because guys didn't, but like almost every girl that I ran into gave me a hug. Guys dapped me up or like whatever, but it's like, it's the same thing. It's just dudes do this and pull in one armed or like just kind of do it in, you know, one of them, but I don't care. Yep, help each other up. That's right. Pit rules. Well, yeah, but it was just like I said. I don't mind it. I think Kyle was kind of on the same page as that, where you can almost kind of tell in advance to it. I mean this, that if somebody's going to be off or like weird or like whatever, and which is again, you kind of, I don't want to say grit your teeth, but you adapt to the scenario. And I mean this in a nice way, but one of those like you'll probably never see that person again. You know, so we also know this, so don't take it in the fact of we're some type of Ryan Reynolds is probably not that, but anyway, like superstar, but where you're giving this person something that they have wanted to, like, it's special for them. And not saying it's not special, but it's like this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And the reason I say it that way is, again, we're nowhere near John Cena, but like when he talked about being approached in public and all that stuff, and he has stated, he's like, and I'm not trying to be a dick, but like this is their one and only shot to talk to me or to do this, their favorite wrestler or their comedian or whatever it is. I'm like, he's right. Everybody that was like, oh man, I saw you, you know, I'm like, you should have approached, because the chances of you ever seeing me out in the wild again are probably zero. I don't come to Cincinnati. I don't come to, you know what I mean? Like, it is a good vibe. Well, we hope so. I get it, Amber. You're on a grind, though. It is. It is different when you're dealing with strangers than dealing with them. There's a catch there. That's why I was like, somebody took a photo of me, like, because up from the stands a little bit, like down in the pit, and I was like, I look like a fucking giraffe or something in the zoo, just like getting caught. I was like, it's kind of cool. It was funny, a wild spotting, and the fact that somebody noticed me from up. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I think that's him. Yeah, it was funny. Speaking of, guys, I still haven't got any of the photo collages made. I have, well, it's just one thing out of the other, but like I have not figured out how to get the photos to load right. I've tried to do it here, and I've tried to do it on my phone, and I've also tried to go in, and they either don't have the style of the amount that I want, or here it won't let me adjust the photos to make sure that like our faces are the things in there. Well, and guys, you're doing more than you're doing more than you know, from not even just this standpoint. Again, the detour is at a weird point now. We both thought for a minute the detour was the next thing that taken off for us. It right now is the Cavecast again. So what I'm getting at is you guys have really shown up more and proven that you do like more than just the music reactions. And we get that this is our bread and butter in a sense. But we wanted to do more. I mean, we would both be lying to you if we said we only wanted to just do music reactions. No. This is just what our main focus was for so long, because y'all just kept coming by the boatloads and subscribing and doing. Like, borderline overwhelming. Like, let's think about it. It's slowing down right now, but for the longest time we stayed within a 8 to 10,000 a month subscriber in a 28-day cycle. Guys, we without fail for the last, coming up on this 4th year, because we'll hit it. We have gotten 100,000 subscribers every year. Every 365 days we've hit 100,000 subscribers. That's overwhelming. That is overwhelming. So that's what I'm saying. Anywhere from 7, 8 to 10,000 subscribers every 28 days. That's a lot of people, dude. That's half a Madison Square Garden every month. So thank you, Jeff. But like, it's what I'm getting at is that we focused. It was just all of this, and we're like, but we wanted to do other things. It's just we knew to 500K. That's where I'm thinking. I've always said where we're gonna kind of peak. You know, like, but it just, I don't know. We had this lane, and one day we both were just kind of like, dude, we can do more. And with the detour, it's way, 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 way more freedom. But I think that with that is that we're both trying to find time to, like, I haven't recorded another Rich vlog. I haven't done another Toasted Reviews. Kyle, I don't think, has really done any more like driving vlogs. You know, it's just, so again, getting back into that, but it's because we are now focused more on doing the Cavecast and like how it's going to run and the ideas that we're going to do. So again, Detour took this like a little bit of a back seat, no pun intended. but it'll be up in shotgun again. I think that it's, I mean this in a nice, not a nice way, but like in a real way. Like it's one of Kyle's channel's turn. Like we did mine. Like we focused on mine, and Rykerroad is hundreds of thousands of subscribers deep. Cavecast is Kyle's. Say that 5 times fast. So, trying to pass that torch, if you will. So I'm glad that it is actually his. And sorry guys, I know you're talking, but it's just like we were saying before, and money is not everything, but it's the fact of what this could do. Where Kyle said, could you imagine if all me and you had to do for work was sit down 2 to 3 times a week and do a live podcast? I'm like, right. Like if it would be because again, it's not copyrighted material, but yeah, this is hopefully the direction it's still going to continue to go in. Oh, speaking of, guys, I'm going to try and get, Devin did admit, which is fine. I don't know if I was talking about this on live, but I asked him, I was like, hey man, like, what's up with some of these, logos and stuff for the merch? But he was like, I did get commissioned for other stuff. So, and then he was like, my bad. I was like, that's cool. I was like, just didn't know if you just weren't. So, well, I mean, Mom, we did about halfway point. Yeah, we did. I think that one of us being a full-timer YouTuber was probably still not something that we ever thought was obtainable. Now, again, guys, I don't live some lavish lifestyle. Like, I borderline live paycheck to paycheck, but again, all of my stuff is taken care of usually. And I live my own. Like, all my stuff is done, and that's pretty much what I did at any other job. So if I can be my own boss and not have other than my own deadlines, why wouldn't I? So it's one of those, like, if I'm already my quote pay that I get to take home, because I split this with Kyle. My mansion is amazing. Splitting it with Kyle, like, I make on average about the same I made from Samsung. It's decent. It averages anywhere from like 17 to 19 an hour, around there. It just depends on, video performances, donos, like super chats and stuff. But that's not it just depends. It's roughly around there. Yeah, definitely make it work. Kyle and I have talked about if, percentages need fluctuated or whatever, and I was like, look, that's fine, but at a certain point, fluctuating a salary becomes, dude, just go get a job. It's clearly not. So like, I have to have that. We've talked about this before. Like, I have to have this reality of it. Like I said, it's pretty decent, right? It's good, not great. I made I think it was like 18 or 19 at Samsung, because at full time made the 23. I only got 35 hours at Samsung, so it was like 18 or 19. But what I'm getting at is making it work. It's just, I don't know. Like I said, if I can do this instead of having to do the same thing, then go somewhere and make sure Chandler's got taken care of and all, like, I can do all of the things. I don't have to pay for a sitter. I don't have to, you know what I mean? Like, that's a big one. I might as well just not work and just stay strapped. Like, thank you. It can be crazy at times. So like a lot of like Kyle's big thing is he pays attention to more of the numbers, just inadvertently. Gotta be working 6 a.m. tomorrow. But that's what I'm saying, like fluctuating and doing things where Kyle was like, what, dude, like, this and that. I'm like, that's fine, Kyle, but like if I have to, thank you. I appreciate it. It's not letting me heart. Um, but if I have to be like, all right, dude, I'm taking 90 and here's your temperate, like, no, man, I'm not doing that. Within still around the 50%, because Kyle does. I just got done saying, like, Kyle will be like, all right, man, algorithm on this is down, or this is the one, this is stuff's doing, because he will be, on his lunch break or something and checking numbers because he's checking his stuff too. I'm the one who lights, edits, travel. It's not that far, but like do all that stuff. So we have it's give and take. It is my channel. Kyle puts in a lot of work. Cavecast is Kyle's channel. I put in decent amount of work. That one is a lot on him. That one for me, I legit kind of just sit down and talk. He does everything else. So arguably that's just showing up. I appreciate it. That is a little bit more on him. But again, we enjoy it. It's very stressful at times, but the stress is worth the discomfort. Like it's worth the outcome, I guess. Oh, he's amazing at it. Oh, he's amazing at it, man. Like Kyle, which I need to work on mine still because I've got a different look I'm trying to go for. Kyle always applauds me on like, for the most part, he's like, dude, your lighting always looks so good. Like, how to, all I got to do is just frame us. And I'm like, okay, but I'm like, you know how to make something look like a VHS. You know how to make something sound like an old radio station. You know how to dim my lighting to make it look more of this kind of, I'm like, all I did was start tilting until we had no shadows. Like, Kyle very much has that vision of things. Most of the time, I'm like, all right, Kyle, I want it to look like this. He's like, oh, just do this, or here, I'll do it. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I want. What's going on? Just talking about like YouTube and revenue and how much Kyle does and how we split it and stuff. But go to see Jid. Nice. Ew, what's up? Get in, loser. But yeah, it has been a journey. It's been a journey. Coming from the it being a gaming channel here first. Yeah. And I think that I was reading the Cavecast. Like, hey, what's up, Kyle? So, it's a lot of times people do that. We focus and fixate and like he said, he's like kind of unclenched a little bit and paid attention to one thing over another once he realized certain stuff. So I I saw the Paris whatever drum show. Oh yeah, Kyle and his radio voice for sure. Um, like I said, the workload. I'm glad that it's working the way that he was hoping, thinking, and I was kind of suggesting as well. But any games? Yes. I'm actually looking forward to that. What is it? Ill. And then there is what was the other one? Fuck. I had a couple on my Steam, but he's right. That's where every click. That's a good. I mean, I don't put it like that, but that's a good slogan, Kyle. That actually where every click actually does support us. That doesn't even mean revenue, but like huh, yeah. Dying Light. So I have the like just like main game. Like I don't have any. I don't have any of the like expansions or anything. We played it for a little while, like about a year ago. Resident Evil 9. Yeah, I actually still I gotta finish Silent Hill. Dying Light's actually pretty fun. DLCs expand. Yeah, yeah. That's what I was like. I said that again last night. I'm like, I don't think that's the word. I was trying to go see Lorna, even though I didn't know a bunch of their stuff. I did not get to though. I want the shit. Well, I get it, Kyle. I mean, same, but it's just again, guys, a lot of work we put into this. It's not just to be greedy. But no, I meant like you're right, but like it supports actually like in all ways every single time. The bird is the word. It was a great opening. Okay. It is starting to pay off. Like I said, it's the fact of people showing up the way they are. Finally, like just watching and listening, to whatever the episode is. So we're gonna be rebranding. I'm trying to. Devin got commissioned for some stuff, so he was the one kind of taking out the one backgrounds and stuff for our logos to be put on shirts, so they didn't have like that square. Anyways, so I'm trying, but if you click in the description, it'll take you like I'm gonna probably take down the dog shirts, probably the NF shirts. We're gonna rebrand a Rykerroad one. Keep the one, but rebrand. Keep the same coffee time one, but also add another one. And then a smoke session for like weed smokers. So that's gonna probably be like kind of the immediate. I've got probably about 5 or 6 more, but getting them. Yes, so she is. Yes, it 100% was worth the hype. So, like, I've been to some cool shows. I've been in the pit. I've been, whatever. But yeah, the longer everyone watches, yeah, it does help. I've been to, like some cool shows, very intimate shows, whatever. Man, being in the pit for this and the experience, the way that Tyler and Josh interact with the entire stadium. It's no wonder that people have like a religious style experience in a sense at these shows. Everybody gets to see them. The man sounds just like album. His voice is beautiful. So, and all of it, I was right there, like that close to him, and with the confetti and the fire. Yeah, 21 Pilots. Somebody was asking if it was like really worth the hype. It does. It makes it feel genuine. I think that if I may be so bold, why people still don't care when they have like nosebleeds and stuff, because he goes up there. So you still got a really good chance of be like, ooh, am I in a section he's gonna go? Yeah, you won't get to hold him up for trees or nothing, but like you can probably still get pretty close on average. Favorite song? Well, I don't have one, but a lot of them are like the Lane Boys, Doubts, Fairly Local, Redecorate, Downstairs, Garbage, Raw Fear, um, Trap Door, uh, the Routines in the Night. You're Always Back by Second Stage. Then Sevenfold. Okay, yeah, Sleep Token was great live too. Oh, for sure. Have not heard anything about it. Like, yeah, don't know anything about him if he's doing anything. Bad Wolves, yeah, a little bit. They're on the channel. Oh, you saw him in that. Nice. So as far as Lorna Shore, they do not do well. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to run through that stuff on Twitch. And then if you miss it on Twitch, sorry to say, but it will be on Patreon. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. It's like, and because we even tested, it's not even like how, because like with Slaughter to Prevail, Bad Omens and stuff, we don't do albums. We can, like, those are the people we can do like their drops, right? Their singles. So I was like, that's probably what Lorna Shore is going to be. No. Even their drops were like, what the fuck? Yes, so I have my son's. Yo! These plagues on all platforms, Spotify, Instagram, all that stuff. I have not heard anything yet, but their one song did drop. That's my son. He's the drummer in that band. Go give him a listen. But my son has a concert Friday, and then Saturday Ritz. So I do have 2 shows coming up this weekend. Thank you. But yeah, these plagues. Yeah, these plagues. Yeah, like like a plague that kills everybody. Yeah. Yeah, let's see if I can. Oops. No, that's not them. This is them. So this is them. They just got it put up like the other day. So go follow them on all platforms. And if you're able to comment, let them know Rykerroad sent you. Boost their algorithm, and at least they know that Dad's over here plugging them. What a title. No, actually their lead singer, he wasn't like the main on album, but he was the latest, one of the later main vocalists, like when they traveled for Ocean's 8 Alaska. I don't know if anybody knows that name, but he was one of the like lead singers. heavy. Yeah, they apparently are already, I think he said confirmed for the gathering. So Juggalo Fest 2026. My son knows nothing about ICP and Juggalos. I was like, oh, son. Have not listened to any of the new MGK yet. No. I've been hearing, I've seen too, like the thumbnails. Oh, you're going to Whoop Nice. Oh, were they at Loud? No shit. Get out the orange Fago. No, dude, I'm punching every. Do not fucking. Oh, God. Bro, if I get even one drop on me, I'm punching whoever's fucking don't. Oh, I'm sure it was a great show. Set It Off? No, they don't do well at all, unfortunately. Ah, you went to see Black Veil Brides? Okay. Stick. Oh, just all that fucking. No. No, no. Fucking disgusting. Oh, shit. Gonna go see MGK and Hardy? Nice. Oh, God. Dr. Oh, God. Oh, you got to see him with ink and motions. Nice. It was a good day. Ow. Came out. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I was that. Wasn't it some dude? There's no way. There's no way you're gonna throw up or piss yourself. You're gonna throw up and or both. 24. That's a no. The coffee. It's all right. $500 they can keep it all down. There's no way. There's no way. 24 cans. No, that it. You even back then, $500 not enough. It's like that's not enough. And 7 liters. He said 7 liters. Yeah. Just there was that one chick who I forget what radio show it was. Something about she had to drink however much water and hold it was something about hold your Wii for a Nintendo Wii or something like that. So she had to drink whatever like X amount of water it was and hold like not go to the bathroom for like I forget how long it was. She won, but the fact of it, she actually died because she got some kind of like infection because she was holding in and it like basically like backed her system up in a way. And it like I forget what it actually the medical term was, but I was like, holy shit. Like holding your pee for too long legit killed her. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, it was like it went back and right, but it like gave her some kind of like a fucking Wild. Like urine poisoning, yeah, something. Retro something. Right, well, to be fair, the people that did the contest, like, they didn't know. Like, they were like, I mean, I'm not saying it makes it okay, but it was like they didn't knowingly do that to a person. So, I mean, like, there's at least something to say about that, but wait, the opposite of Elvis Presley. Yeah, it was, I think it was like around the holidays or something. So it was one of those, like, I think she was trying to get, like, she had kids. I remember this was, it was like for like her son or something. So it was like, I can almost guarantee you it was like around Christmas time. I don't remember where it was at. And I think it was for like the newer, not like the regular, the like white Wii. It was the like bigger, like console one. I'm almost positive. Right. Look at Black Friday. Dude, I actually remember when Black Friday was legit Black Friday, and you stood outside, and like the cool people were like passing out hot chocolate and stuff. Dude, Black Friday starts the month before. It'll probably start next week. I'm not kidding. It'll probably start within the next week. And you don't gotta go nowhere. I mean, I'm not complaining that you don't get to, but I'm just saying, like, Black Friday is nowhere near. I borderline get better sales during the summer on half the shit. Or, that's okay, I'll just wait for this to be in spring because it'll be out of style and it'll be even cheaper than this. Black Friday is stupid anymore. Like, it's dumb. It's just a gimmick, yeah. Pretty much. I mean, I'll still do. Yeah, all hype. When is Purple Friday? Yeah. Yeah, because I swear I get better deals throughout the year on some of this stuff. Or that I've noticed, I'm like, shit was cheaper in July. Like, yeah, it's still $50 off or something. Well, you know what I mean? But you're like, no, I know that. Yeah, I've done that. Or like when you see, I've had sales so good that when I look at it, I'm like, that can't be in the right spot. I mean, it is. Like, I'm not joking. I've seen stuff where I'm like, it was like $80 off, and the thing was like $20. You're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm buying 4. What do you mean? Why are these still here? Do I need 4 pairs of headphones? No, I don't. But for fucking $20, maybe I do. I didn't do that. I'm just saying. That's actually how I got, that's lightweight how I got all of my Roadcasters. I mean, I'm not my Roadcasters, my Shure SM7Bs. Because they're around they were like $400 back then. How much are they now? They're around $400. And the sale, the sale had it to where I got 3 of them for like $850, $820. So basically 3 for the price of 2. I was like, yeah, why don't we wrap those up? Yeah, $439. $550 at the Guitar Center. So when I walked in because I was looking at the sale price. I'm like, I asked him, like, is this real? He was like, yeah, I forget why. He was like, yeah, and because like it's not like there's last season or anything like that really. So, Dave Navarro. That's why I was like, dude, wrap him up. And when he put, I even put, well, I technically spent 100 more because I got like the warranty on the one, but yeah, I was doing the math. So I'm sitting there kind of doing stuff, and that way, when I did have another guest or anything, we all sounded the same. But that way, Kyle and I, for sure, I knew I needed two. And so I knew I needed two. So that's when I was like, okay, let me do some quick math here. I'm like, I only got one. So it was like 89 bucks. But the guy made a good point. He was like, you don't have to get them all. He was like, it doesn't say which one. He's like, so if one of them just goes, he's like, just bring it in. It's not like it's this specific one. But I was like, okay. So I did. But dude, I left out of there. I'm like, did I make the right decision on buying three? I'm like, yeah, I did. So it's been a good investment. But as I'm saying, sometimes I just find these fucking sales, dude. I'm like, well, I don't need three, but I would eventually. And so I was like, yeah, why don't we just do that? He sold me. That's why I was like, I get it. I mean, shit, if I was still in sales, I'd have ran a pitch like that. Makes sense, though. Sometimes, like, I got a buddy, it does not matter. Even his coffin better come with one. He has learned anything. Cars, programs, machines. So I'm not kidding. Anything. Damn near shoes. If he buys it, it'll break. Malfunction, corrupt, whatever. So he has learned to buy any type of 40 extra dollar, whatever, anything like just because. And it has saved him so much in the long run. I watched that man because he did, what was it? Not Fruity Loops. He did Pro Tools. I don't know if he still does. And dude, the amount that you got to pay a month and do all this stuff and whatnot, he was constantly getting corrupted files. And when he went to go do, they're like, you don't have a warranty. And he's like, I say, well, I was women. But yeah, it's all overpriced and corrupted. Oh yeah. Can't get away from it. Sometimes you can, but usually no. No, true. Oh shit. I'm like I'm like weirdly just like mentally exhausted today, and I think it was just from all the shit I did yesterday, like all that running around. Like I don't want to fucking do anything. On AI, I mean, I don't mind certain things. I think a lot of this now, depending on it and stuff, is a little odd. But I guess I don't mind certain things with it. It's kind of like CGI. Like I don't mind if it's done properly or and not overdone. Morning. gives you chills most times. Have you seen iRobot? Yeah. Hey, what's up? Oh, man. What up? We're just kind of hanging out, chit-chatting. I've got to try and email Chandler's teacher and let her know about the whole letting her be released on Friday after the party, and see about this whole reminder app or reminder text group. Dark City? I don't think I know that one. Oh, yeah, baby. But this weekend, we have a live, but oh no. Oh, fuck. We're going to have to do a weird... I'm going to probably have to do... Oh, man. I mean, it's not a huge deal. I'm not going to be able to do the lives on Friday or Saturday. I'm going to have to do one myself Sunday. I have my son's band on Friday and then Ritz on Saturday. Dude, there's no way. I'm not going to even be home until... Because she's going to say stay, which, I mean, I might, but Becca's got to work in the morning. Plus, I have coffee time. And she's got to... I think she said she's got to leave around 10. And so I can't not... Yeah, dude, I can't risk. I'm just going to have to be good and not drink... Not go overboard on drinking, because Ritz is not... Nobody's going to know me at Ritz. So I could be a little more loose. The struggle is real. Yeah. Well, it's just the fact of, guys, that's, you know, this is my job, and part of that is those routine... Heather, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm not able to heart it, but what's going on? I appreciate that. But this is my job, and part of that is these lives and these routines, because it's views. It's like I said, some of these algorithm standpoints, interactions, stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to do it Sunday, and with missing that night, I can't miss coffee time in the morning. I'm gonna probably have to go home, to drive home after the show. Yeah, it'll be all right. It's just the fact of, like I said, really probably not staying, which is fine. I can't be going overboard. I guess it's not going to be like stadium cost, but I didn't be going overboard on drinks anyways. As far as the bank, I gotta check. I still haven't. I'm scared. I'm fucking scared. Well, thank you, Heather. I appreciate it. But anyways, sorry. It's just one more thing. Edit the list. Oh. Almost 50%. No shit. Well, that's good. That's good. Glad to hear. Oh, I've been watching the Sleep Token. Thank you. Yeah, that's fantastic news. I need to find my fucking glasses, dude. I feel like my eyes are just always tired. I cannot for the life of me find my fucking blue light glasses. Like, they just left. God. Of course, it should brighten your whole week. You short circuit. You can stream with your eyes closed if you want. Oh, shit. No, I won't do that. But, yeah. I've seen that. I've seen where people would just, like, they stream them sleep. I'm like, and there was like 1,500 people. I'm like, there's watching? What? What do you mean? Pre-game, that's probably what I would do. That's sit with me driving home. Because, what was it? Becca did that for... Oh, it was for Sleep Token because, it wasn't a far drive. But we went to the TA station, but she had it there. We both did the same thing, but she had to drive like another 10 minutes to get back to her place. But then same thing where I didn't have a whole lot because I knew within like an hour or so after getting out of the concert, I'd be driving home. But I had Chandler the next day, number one, and then, just in general. But yeah. So is it starting to hit? Yeah, it's got one of the more bigger hurricanes that has happened. It's wild. Hopefully they have had enough time to plan and get everybody out. Is it 85 or 185? Because I thought somebody said 185. Yeah, okay. Okay. I wondered if that was a misprint. Oh, yeah, Justin. I will admit I don't really post or get on Facebook, but yeah, I'm glad you're at least part of Lola started that up like 2 years ago. 85 still sucks. Yeah, it's 100. It's 100 miles an hour more. It's exhausting. Yeah. Damn, it's 300. No shit. That sounds way worse. Oh, man. Oh, a plane had to turn around? Going into the eye of the storm? No shit. Balls. Fucking balls, dude. I think cool. I mean, I like storms. I think I might sit this one out, coach. Oh, have a go, Mom. I say, yeah, I'm hopping off here in just a couple minutes, too. Yeah, it's almost noon. Been on here 2 hours. Hour 51 minutes. So, yeah. I need to probably go make me a sandwich. Oh, fuck. I need to go get... Because everything was closed. That's why. I'll do the emails. Hit the Aldi. Or a grocery store. If something's open. And then... Yeah. 75 was the highest you've experienced. We had like in the high 50s like last week. Thanks. Now I'm yawning too. Yeah, just everything last night was closed. It was everything pitch fucking black. So I didn't shop like I didn't want to go like other stores too much because I knew I wanted to get a bunch of like specific things from other places that would be way cheaper. Like I like our local stores and stuff like that, but man, I'm not paying. Have a good one. Actually, yeah, that's gonna probably call it for me too. It's pretty much that time. So, all right, guys, I'm hopping off here. I will hopefully at some point today get one or two things put up for Patreon. I got more stuff recorded, not music, but Welcome to Dairy and two short horrors. So I'll post at least one of each. And yeah, but thank y'all for hanging out. We will be doing something later tonight, so just keep a lookout for one of the notifications. So have a good one, guys.